So the Athletic then identified high-class midfielders as well, players that Mikel Arteta thinks would add a massive upgrade to the Arsenal midfield, especially a central midfielder, one who plays like a 6 and also as an 8. 3 players are on the cards at the moment: Lucas Paqueta, Ruben Neves, and Youri Tielemans. Now, to start off with Lucas Paqueta, he would be my preferred option. Look, he's not among my dream signings, and I don't think he would be one player that I would desperately go for, but I really, really like him. But I think among the 3 options, Ruben Neves, Youri Tielemans, and Lucas Paqueta, Paqueta would be the better player, because honestly, he's very, very versatile as compared to Ruben Neves and Youri Tielemans, because Neves plays that as an 8 and a 6 as well. But Lucas Paqueta can also play as a right attacking winger, can also play as a central attacking midfielder. So Arsenal getting Lucas Paqueta means you also have a direct cover for Martin Odegaard that is given or provided he's injured or out for the season or for some time. If you look at Lucas Paqueta this season, 8 goals and 6 assists there according to FBref. Wonderful statistics. But what is interesting about him is this. Look at his expected number of goals and also look at his expected number of non-penalty goals. That means that as a midfielder, is one that plays in a more advanced position, and he would give Arsenal some more creativity right from the deeper areas. For a player who plays far away from goal like that, to have at least 9.9 non-expected goals and also 10.6 expected goals per 90, I think that is interesting. That is absolutely interesting. This season has been really phenomenal. A couple of clubs are really chasing his signature. Arsenal have gone in with an offer for to Lyon, but Lyon are saying it must be 80 million pounds for the midfielder to be working in the summer. This is his 2nd season at Lyon, and he's really done a great job in terms of just adding a massive upgrade to their midfield. But also, if you look at what he's done with Brazil and how they reached the finals of the Copa America, he's just a really, really good, talented player. I love the vibes about him. I also love the fact that he's gifted and technically able. Arsenal have an exciting midfielder. I think someone who resembles Bruno Guimaraes, Santi Cazorla, something like that. One who can play in the pivot, who can play in a 4-3-3 and stay very, very comfortable. So I think with Mikel Arteta wanting that kind of versatility, players who are able and players who are very, very flexible, Lucas Paqueta would be a good signing for Arsenal. But then, among these 3, my priority signing would be Ruben Neves. Now, Ruben Neves has played in the Premier League for almost now 6 years, consistently giving Wolves that kind of depth in the midfield and also massive quality. Arsenal were linked with him in the summer, £45 million it was, but we failed to pay the money, and we said we'll be paying at least less than that this summer. We now, according to the Athletic, Arsenal have held talks with the player's agent, that is Jorge Mendes. We do not know if a deal is close or far away from happening. United under Erik ten Hag would also want the player, but we are very, very happy and glad that they are switching their thoughts and targets to Calvin Phillips. If you look at Ruben Neves, the only disadvantage he has as a player in that central midfield, he doesn't provide very many very many shot creating actions as well as goal creating actions as compared to Youri Tielemans and Lucas Paqueta. But what he gives you is it would be kinda an upgrade to Granit Xhaka. He gives you stability in terms of holding the ball, passing it around, and making sure that Arsenal or a club that any club is playing for does not lose it. The other thing you love about Ruben Neves is his ability to strike out right from outside the box. That is one of the abilities I really love about him. And if you look at this season, his statistics here, he has he's ranking very low in terms of expected goals and expected assists. In a season, he's only scored 4 goals and assisted twice. I think the reason there is he plays kind of very, very far away. He loves playing very far away from goal, and he's majorly his reason and and style of play in a team is to just help you have the ball a little bit more, just keep the ball a little bit more and be secure with it. So in Mikel Arteta's team, for me, he would he would provide that kind of best, allow players like Thomas Partey go up and high up the pitch, as well as Martin Odegaard. Or in a 4-3-3, then you would have him play a little bit high up the pitch. But in my opinion, if you play him with Thomas Partey, then he becomes the best, and Thomas Partey becomes part of the attacking threat in the team. And lastly is Yuri Tielemans. Tielemans has been linked with Arsenal and a couple of other clubs. Tielemans is out of contract in 2023, so Leicester City will be selling him this summer. He's very exciting as a midfielder. If you look at his statistics in the past years, he's been averaging at least 3 goals per season, and also averaging at least 4 assists per season. He plays in that deeper role with Wilfred Ndidi at Leicester City, plays as an 8, just behind Maddison, and it shows you that it shows you the quality he has as a player, because at this per season he gets involved in 10 goals or more for Leicester City in all competition. So my thoughts about Yuri Tielemans do not change. I think he's a very, very good player. His problem though is comes in when it comes to the defensive actions. If you look at this curve, if you look at these statistics from FB Rev, they show you very well where he ranks very, very low. He ranks very low in terms of pressures and also winning area duels. Interceptions, he ranks very low, and also pass completion for a player who plays in that role, standing at 80%. He ranks in the 32% percentile. Tackles per 90, he has 2.2 per 90, which is also still very, very low, given the fact that he plays as a supportive defensive midfielder, just next to the player, just next to the defensive midfielder in the pivot. So my thoughts about Yuri Tielemans: I think Arsenal need to get him if you have a player like Bissouma. But when you have a player who is very, very mobile like Thomas Partey, who loves to be on the ball and on the move all the time, it would be better to bring in a player like Lucas Paqueta and Ruben Neves. The beauty about Lucas Paqueta and why I like him is he's one of those players that have the ability to give you offensive threats and also defensive stability. Not almost at the same level, but at least what he gives you in terms of going forward can be replicated in terms of defensive duels. So in your opinion, who do you think should be coming in? It cannot be more than 2: 1 central midfielder, 1 super striker, and of course smart signings for Mikel Arteta in the summer. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and then I'll speak to you right in the next one.